mean, one of the best examples, I mean, we've seen recently of a revitalized comp for FPX, especially regionally. I do feel as if that Xerxia was a hiccup, a massive over-performance from them in that regard. Whatever discussion behind that, subs aside, whatever. But they need to bounce back now and find some comfort back on Ascent.
They should have the structure there. Something that we've noted throughout, as said, the regular season. This is the one that looked really good for them. But Northeption have tape. It's been done, it's been shown that you can best FPX here. So not an easy time doing it, though.
After the initial exchange, FPX slowing things down a little bit. Looks as if Zenfree's got an idea of a flash set up somewhere. FPX have found an opportunity here to at least aggress towards short. So it'll be Jojo called upon here. He's playing pretty deep inside tree, actually. The paranoia sent through, going to force him even further.
Wall goes up. They've got the cross. I don't think Jojo can really do much about this. Going to somewhat isolate Meteor. Support coming in from heaven. And already Zipan going to find him. Meteor unable to find any success from this. And the cavalry can't quite commit. Tucked over by tree and just denied. Spike going down. This is a real safe lockout for FPX.
Pick apart this crossfire as well on the Sage wall. I mean, it's taken a while to even get rid of this wall right now. The turret will go up, but really giving them an advantage, almost blocking their passage so far, so it might even just funnel their way back into heaven.
No, it's certainly not pretty so far. They really need something to go their way. That's one part of it. A 2-for-1 trade are going to bring it back to an even scenario until about now. Jojo down super low, and Xiao reigning in fury. Xiao!
Another
sublime start. And he just loves a pistol round these days.
Loves a pistol round.
Can't get enough of them.
Coming through, and actually Northeption finding everything they needed on the way back through. Almost fell to pieces for FPX. But Xiao stands strong. Again, the first one's so crisp behind Gen here to swing on and find another as it drops. Just plays the line of sight perfectly. And lots of these members of Northeption tagged up. Yeah, absolute god. Beautiful stuff here, and actually a pretty all-in purchase here for FPX in the second. It's 4 rifles, 2 of them Vandals, 2 Bulldogs. Angel, as per usual, does usually opt for a pistol coming through here. Another slow approach from FPX, just waiting out. Again, with this composition, don't expect too much proactivity on the side of Northeption. Maybe just Meteor looking to dip his toes. Similar play set up like this, and actually the clearance from Artis is good.
Really good to see them still checking on it diligently, not letting anything go to waste. And again, this is one of those where I really want to keep my eyes on Xiao as to what he can achieve, but Jojo doing the best he can. At least hinder some of that approach, but unable to capitalize on any of this so far. 5 still standing for FPX, comfy in the post plant now.
Teleport's ready.
They're really difficult here. It's just 3 classics for Northeption to work with. The reveal goes through, dealt with quickly, and now this smoke's gone up. Makes it even more difficult. Meteor actually lagging behind just a little bit to come back through market.
Trying to maybe claim a couple of exits, do some damage on the way out, but trying to fight as a pack. Actually, not bad damage at all.
Yeah.
Blackwiz and Jojo doing real well.
We'll find 3 here. At least the 2 Vandals survived, but like I said, this was a heavy investment here for it to be 4 rifles. Just the Bulldogs, obviously, outside of that, but see how that sits FPX here financially.
Great damage.
Turret out.
It really hinders their opportunity here for the bonus. Angel will scrape together enough for a light armor and a rifle. But Artis 3 away from the tour de force, something here that you could look to offset, but it's got the headhunter regardless.
Bring them down.
But you're almost spammed out from that corner. Actually down to 26 HP, just TPs away.
I thought he was ahead of that, but no, the
Yeah,
spam.
Great early pressure here from FPX.
And they're going to make the most of it too. Obviously unconfirmed how much damage done, but still Worth committing to, just taking that space away. Get that mid control. Began that progress over towards that B site as well. Just taking a little bit of time through B main. Artist working towards that ultimate as well. You're going to have that A site being just a little tested by Angel. No real particular commitment to it, but making sure there's no easy rotations or stacks to be had.
Just in here with the trap being invested towards B main, a good indicator that FPX have got their sights set on A. Actually, after that initial pressure, Meteor has preemptively made his way back towards spawn. FPX might find a decent timing here to get a 4v2 on A site.
Okay, time trying to be bought here. Reconciling towards short. Ult goes in, flash goes out. Meteor gonna get out of there, but it's Blackwiz to stand. He's only gonna get one. I thought he might have had a second, but the brawl continues. 10 seconds now. They gotta get across towards the side, and Jojo's there to catch it, as is Deriali. That's huge work from Northeption. Necessary round there.
Yeah, it was a great conversion actually from this round that initially like FPX are going to struggle to find that opening engagement after Meteor TP's away, but they find 3 kills, force out a couple of these purchases once again. Actually, Blackwiz going to opt for a judge in this scenario. FPX get a little bit of a reset here for the finances. That early progress, actually, Angel's lurk. I didn't even see how he fell in this scenario. Looks as if he had really favorable timing actually behind Xiao's ultimate.
Placing sentry.
It did look good.
You want to play? Let's
Now, we noted Artis earlier building towards that. Oh, he's now going to have it ready to go. And the pace, swift. Far from haphazard though. Tempering the pace just off the back of that utility, trying to draw that rotation a little bit more. Let's see where they head now.
I must expect them to slow down now, wait for the cooldown back, because the paranoia is invested there. I think one of Zipan's flashes. Maybe just wait for a couple of these bits of utility to come back online. The knife, the reveal. Actually, the re-clearance through B main is actually going to allow Meteor to post up pretty deep, and there's nobody here watching this or a trap.
Rotation's on way.
Yeah, that's why we're seeing Jojo already rotate.
Yeah, there's no subtlety to this. And again, the suppress it, obviously it's just confirmed what they had already thought. The suspicion's now held to be true. And Meteor's already found one in the back. That's Angel trying to maybe dip away a little. And this is problems for FPX. They're going to start sweating here. Deriali's still in position and still standing, turns on a dime. Denies Cider and then doubles down, and an Artist with a swift shutdown. But the judge in the smoke. Going to keep the site safe. And a 3v2, Xiao and Artist to try and recover this round that looks lost.
Northeption standing their ground here. Xiao might find timing back towards mid. I mean, it's an open B site here.
10 seconds left.
But timing's going to be close. I don't think he's even got it. No. Be able to get an orb towards that ultimate at least. FPX actually allowing the clock to completely expire here. Maybe not expecting as much of a fight here on short, but put them in a bit of a predicament here in terms of the purchase. But Meteor perfectly times this here. I mean, Angel actually tries to get all the way back towards mid. Maybe just a little oversight here. Neither of these players behind Angel actually aware of the possibility. Anybody push through B main.
There's about to be a remix made of this, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's already confirmed. It's Twitter official.
It's Twitter official.
That's why Northeption need the win today.
They need to win. We need the song. I love the way that just like for years the meme of like the land nice has been around, and now it's taken this long for a song to be made. It's beautiful. It's beautiful work. Great work. Meteor still being a nuisance. Lovely presence at the start of this game. Even just that pushing out over towards B in that prior round gave them so much information, allowed them to double down on everything towards short, and even catching, I think it was Angel in the back. Jojo keeps his head down. I'm going to keep a little watch towards Ardis if he goes any further looking, but they have found presence.
The next point of contact is here. Ardis has got himself extremely deep into market. Well, they can convert anything here, because FPX actually sending the spike towards short.
But you think about what they've seen and what they've noted. One towards Market, Angel got revealed earlier on, but look how proactive Meteor's being. Artist is still being a problem, but this is still going to be this A hit, no matter which way you cut it. Now, alleviating the pressure, they can hit that rotation button. But again, you're right, they did find Darian. And now, it's Meteor, Blackwiz, and Zenfree to try and hold on to this. Blackwiz has to be huge in this one, has to find something he can't. He falls, but the timing, Meteor's behind them. And maybe he can do just a little bit more damage. Two facing, he can't quite find it.
Spike planted.
And now just one. 3 against him, this is so difficult.
Tall order here for Zenfree. 2 flashes to make use of, and FPX playing is pretty split, but Xiao's got first contact on the door.
Lovely,
He is
it's
hard
clean.
cleared, though.
Oh,
That
it's
finds the second
clean!
as well.
It's perfect work! Unbelievable scenes. A 1v3 like that, you don't get often.
He didn't even need any util. He
had plenty.
He had all at his disposal.
Wow.
What a beautiful, beautiful clutch there from Zenfree.
That's a real rare treat.
Again, like I said, FPX playing it's almost banking on Xiao having first contact, but a couple of overpeaks following that. And Northeption ripped that round away. Actually going to force out a timeout as well, almost. I mean, it's a tilter to give one of those away.
Oh, yeah.
A team that's renowned for being so structured and disciplined in these scenarios. Cider and Zipan just a little off on the timing. You can see as well, almost not expecting that one to come through at all.
You can't bank on those.
No, no.
You don't get them often, but
you
when
don't
you
get many
do,
versus FPX.
it is quite funny. You know, of all the teams, you know, you kind of go back, you watch event highlights or like, you know, league highlights. You'll be like, okay, well, what's happened this week? You don't often see many clips against FPX because they don't really give you these moments to go on those runs. They don't overpeak. They don't really overheat much. They don't give you those chances. But that, I mean, welcome to lands, really. It's all there in front of you, so maybe just try and reclaim that composure. Talk it out. You can see Angel at the helm there talking him through it. An experienced head, a veteran. The man's been in arenas, he's been in stadiums. He knows the pressure, he knows the feeling.
And he's the one that's drilled these sort of disciplines into his teammates since the start of VALORANT.
The
It's
inception.
been so evident in pretty much all of the teammates, all of the iterations of rosters he's played a part in. So yeah, a little disappointed to see that one, but Northeption capitalised, and it's a third on the board for them. FPX back on a purchase now. Ultimate's just about coming to fruition. Jojo actually finding a ton of damage here on the other side of it, unconfirmed as of yet. Actually, Zipan found through the smoke.
Oh, the trade though. Sider's got a quick one back towards Jojo, TP, Meteor waiting. Angel made to be looking the fool in this. And now 3, at least on their feet. Zipan still on the knees for now.
Where's Artist got to?
I don't
Artist
know.
got all the way through mid.
Artist is finding some weird room here. Sometimes you have to just let him out of his cage, do the
Blackwiz is in
damage.
their spawn.
Same things. What is going on? And utility put to it. All right, fair enough. So they know he's there. They're going to force the fight. Derry Alley has to hold them back somehow, but they're flying in. Artist is the one to do it. They know where Blackwiz is. Pop flash goes. Has to fall away from this. Xiao just going to commit a little more. Spike can come down, and location is revealed. Where did Artist go?
I don't know.
Where did he go?
Just immediately through mid, past market, and he's in their spawn.
Well, he's found room there now a couple of rounds. If he's found something he feels he can work with that supplements or complements what they're up to, I don't mind him doing this.
Again, this is where this composition comes back to. Again, with that amount of utility in terms of the double sentinel setup, should at least be able to cycle that through. Again, I'm not sure if there was any supportive utility, a smoke somewhere to allow Artist to do so, but that's one you definitely want to go back and take a look at the minimap and see exactly how he's achieved that.
Teleport's ready.
Yeah.
Again, the fray, I think Northeption just posted up as soon as they assume this is a death ball hit behind the null command.
We'll see if it reoccurs. Happens in successive rounds as an issue to be addressed, but again, 3-3 now. This should be a clean round. Looking at the purchase, yeah, oh, it's looking like a Chico, Mike. There's 3. We said 3 and up, right?
I mean, with Chamber in here, you got to call it.
You gotta call it.
Placing swamp grenade.
My hands are tied.
We can't do anything about that. For FPX though, let's see if they can keep it clean. The anti-ecos integral here. A lot of information, but still. Packing a punch.
The timing on the swings is perfect, though. Yeah. That's Deriali noted as well here in backside. Slow orb just to make it a little easier in the double face.
Not taking any chances.
We'll find one, but looks like he's taken some damage in the process, down to 5 HP. Sheriff in hand. Unlikely for the 1v4, but did speak too soon previously. There's no second clip. Chow will close things out. FPX and bouncing back after that timeout after a bit of a tilt-up with that 1v3. Maybe an element of stabilizing here. I mean, if they win this one, they can really stretch their legs a little bit. Actually, Meteor gonna drop a weapon across, so not an awful lot for a purchase behind this. Lockdown available, no command, and the Cosmic Divide here for Northeption. Looks like FPX feel as if they found a point of weakness, at least here early on. Invest a little bit of utility towards B.
And you can see just nullifying that early presence, trying to maybe post up Meteor into a position to dissuade that, unable to achieve it.
Look where they've invested Blackwiz now. He's actually stacked up on the trap, and actually Zenfree playing behind him. Again, this is all on the back of that lockdown being available. See, Deriali's got a very passive setup. He's just almost got this receptive utility in terms of where the turret and the alarm bot is. Wants to make use of that for retake. But Meteor's already drifted towards A site with that operator. So they're happy that the mid's going to be the priority for FPX. But they've almost waited it out. It doesn't feel like this should be the setup, at least initially here.
Teleport's ready.
For Northeption. Zenfree comes across, posts the knife, and rotates off.
There you go. Cider, Angel held for now. Looking like the trap. Jojo with the first, but now you got to look towards the site because look who's gone free. It was Zipan, a little bit further ahead, but in combination with Xiao, the site's theirs. And now the final three are in problems. Xiao, if he gets that utility away and the gun back out, he's going to find Blackwiz. And Meteor and Deriali,
You will not kill my ally.
you presented such a horrible task now. That's not a bad start though. Catching Artis is pretty good, but I'm just looking for ways in. And after losing that 1v3, surely the regimented, stoic nature of FPX should be drilled into their heads to not be over-peaking, keep those weapons, and knock out this round.
And Meteor on the operator as well. I don't expect him to be bounding onto site to make this happen here. Might even look for an exit outside. He's going to hear all these footsteps. So in this scenario, you'd hope Meteor will hold on to this. He's going to get the shoulder peek from Angel. Finds on the reset with the headhunter, but actually comes through Zipan.
So close.
Dancing with death, but we'll find it. So it's only Deriali to hold the weapon across. No door to force for Meteor, and we already talked about the finances ahead of time, and yeah, Northeption going to pump the brakes now.
Yeah.
Like I said that previous, this is an opportunity for FPX to string a few together. And initially, it's so evident the intention there to use the lockdown for the retake, but there's no proactivity on the other side. They're just dealing with the utility, shooting the reveals, trying to avoid the knife. There's nothing achieved on the back of that. And then we see this preemptive rotation back towards A site after Zenfree's, I think he invests the knife towards tree. So he doesn't get information on short itself or towards A main. So it's interesting to see him then stack behind that.
They committed behind that, yeah. Bit of a curious one. But again, if you kind of roll your mind back to the start, kind of throw it back a little. This did look good for Northeption. I was kind of all aboard here. The rounds they're bringing out looked pretty good. FPX hit the brakes a little, pumped the brakes, and they found a salve. This kind of mid-presence to a degree, be it Artis or whomever. These B hits have been good for them. And again, we talked about it before during regular season of how they got to this point. I mean, Xiao facilitates a lot in this. His presence is certainly notable. Artis, similar scenes, both having a really nice little start to their game. So on the other side, Northeption need to find a cure, right? They need to find a tonic themselves to how to deal with this, how to address it, because they haven't really got too much going for them at the moment.
No, I'm not sure if the response is to really adjust towards this mid-hit. You see a little bit of variation here in the utility in terms of location, but the pings coming out from FPX looks as if they've got their sights set on mid once again. A 4-stack towards tiles here. Artis to patrol top mid. It might even be a little pacier here. Actually, Angel does catch information on Jojo's whereabouts with that TP. Also noted inside B main as well. FPX want to follow through here.
This pace feels a little off, a little uncharacteristic, but they want to stick the landing. Dariali gets noted. Xiao wants to try and handle him now. Dariali still holds his ground. The flash goes in and Zeppelin wants to bail out his body, but he can't. The turn on a dime. FPX battling this out. This was scrappy, and honestly, Northeption looked like they were poised to do some real damage here. But somehow only Xiao was the one who fell.
Meteor and Blackwiz to come through. Angel once again falling at the hands of the Headhunter. Door actually going to get closed up here, and I'm not sure if that was just a misclick. Meteor actually puts his TP outside and hits it just as the knife lands. The Cider will clean things up. A beautiful conversion here after initially it looks like Northeption, like you said, have got into the right position. There's a little bit of a almost a stalemate that's created.
Okay.
It was a big win from Dariali in main, but the clearance behind that here.
Wow.
There's not an awful lot you can do in that situation. Yeah, nice TP, bro. Not sure what that was.
No, not a call that I know. How do you feel about that one, Mike?
Use it in a sentence.
Anyway, back into the round, Mike. Flash goes in, and it looks like FPX just going to be picking up the pace now. Trying to just be brutal about this. The savaging approach. Trade comes in. They know that the one's still tucked towards dark as well. Cider watching towards heaven. Smoke's going to come out. Ult goes in. Angel now under pressure. Vision depleted. Senses dulled, but he still gets the frag on Blackwiz. It's a 4v3 again, and it just keeps feeling like Northeption are so close to doing damage, and then nothing comes of it.
I mean, the pace switch on the back of the null command, all this Killjoy utility completely mitigated Ardis, punishing for it as well. He might even find another one here. Meteor quick to respond though. Tries to kill with the operator.
Spike planted.
2v3 presented here, but FPX have firm control of site.
Man on the screen did clutch it out before. They learnt their lesson. Two posted to it. Meteor to get the first real contact. And this time they have certainly learned. Sitting in a lovely little post-plant crossfire, taking no chances.
It's a great response as well, where Northeption's economy is so fragile now, just a pace switch to completely catch them off guard. Like I said, all of that utility they have here defensively with the Killjoy in the chamber just completely mitigated. Do well to hold on to this as well.
I'm the most ready to pick.
I'm rolling them up in a spliff, bro.
Huh.
I'm sure that's an XQC quote, actually.
I think so.
Yeah.
My juicer. 3-7. You said about the fragile economy, right? That was kind of the big note in this one, and now the knock-on effect,
it's a
right?
Shiko of variation.
Real Shiko-y. Ball goes up. Similar scenes now. FPX into the swing of things. Oh, but damage. Nice work from Blackwiz.
Still finds one in that
Take
scenario,
that.
yeah.
Absolutely take it every day of the week. And the lockdown in hand. Dariali, you got something for us here.
I mean, surely they just force through here. There's no way they don't. They're going to be slowed down by some of this utility.
Yeah, look at the investment, the absolute dump of util. This is a brawl. This is everyone present now. The call to action, the lockdown is destroyed. And it is just Meteor now. It's all but done. FPX with a commanding lead now.
And we finally see the lockdown invested, but it's in desperation mode now. They're just trying to stop the bleeding. 8-3. Unfortunately, after that initial reset from the timeout, it's 6 rounds. Beautiful clearance here. Again, there's just no way they sit back and allow this lockdown to even play a part in this round.
Good call, bro, as well.
Again, see if they continue with this pace as it's looking at 5-man stack towards B. Once again, the null command comes through. It's going to force Meteor back.
Okay, it's a freebie, but you take him when you get him. They haven't been getting many of those opportunities here. Not much kindness, not much respite, but it's a 5v4 finally. They have an advantage. Divide goes up, gonna remove some of that vision. Meteor gonna isolate Zipan. This is good. This is a fight back with a response in kind, and again it's a bloody battle. And Artis, the one with the sharpest blade to close it out. FPX, I mean, they have just elevated.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence booming now. You can hear it in the voice comm, starting to have a laugh with each other.
Yep.
And what a way to close out this half. Like I said, that timeout comes, they completely reset, and they stabilize here. Northeption not really had an awful lot to take away from some of these rounds. FPX have played it textbook.
It's 9-3. It's a textbook half coming out from FPX. Desk, is there any hope here for Northeption?
That is a fantastic question, Lauren. And honestly, I think, you know, you just get to a point where you just vibe so hard that everything you do, Brent, every shot you make, every play you execute on, every piece of utility you put down, it just is perfect. And that's what FPX is right now.
They are sublime right now, man. They are sublime. They can feel it. They can feel it. They are one moment away from being able to play with that full roster. And honestly, going for the trials and tribulations, playing with a sub and incorporating it into the team is difficult enough. Xiao is a player that we wanted to highlight as well at this half, just in terms of this guy being able to put up insane numbers. But you could have pulled this stat sheet up for, honestly, any of the players on FPX. And it still would have been good. Even Cider has been performing above and beyond.
Yeah, every single member of this team is popping up. There's a few rounds we wanted to take a look at here, and it's just the executes from FPX were impeccable. The two initiators that they're playing with here have been doing such a great job to get them in towards the sites. The flashes have been impeccable to take this space, and Northeption just has not had a reply. This composition, it's really built to pressure that extremity control, fight kind of in the early round and let them walk back in towards your utility in the late, and that's just not happening. They are giving away fights. FPX are taking them, and they are just winning because every single one is advantageous from a KO flash or from information off of a haunt.
Yeah, I mean, if Artis is the one who's walking on water, Angel is the one who's turning it into wine, I think. Seriously, the mid-round calling has been just ridiculous from this guy. He has been popping off. It's from top to bottom, the team, I think, can now feel like they are moments away from just being able to turn that point where they can now get into the playoffs and potentially play with Sugetsu.
Yeah. Brent, I know you love just talking about the whimsy buff, the joy, but think about how much pressure is off of these guys now that they're just like, oh my god, we can actually do this. We can get our team back. We can see the light.
Seriously.
And the joy is just there.
And
they're
honestly,
having fun and they're playing so well.
Yeah, a full roster, full strength FPX is one of the most dangerous teams in this event. No doubt in my mind.
And I mean, even not at full strength, even with the substitute, Cider's farming. He wants out of the VRLs. He wants freedom. He's fighting for it. He
Your
wants
boy's out
to win.
here playing for a pro contract, and heck, he might actually end up getting it. But you heard from the desk, it was a 90-second FPX gush session, so that's basically going to tell you all you need to know about that. But anyway, Lauren IPOC, take it away, guys. Have fun.
What? What is going on over there today?
I don't know. I think they're having something called fun. I don't know what it is. 3-9. We dive back in.
For a quick session, I guess. I can't. You can't throw to us like that. You really can't be doing that.
We're trying to keep it together, man, and it's really on a fine margin. It's one of those games, man.
All right, so 9-3 Curse Copium. The veto heavily favouring Northeption. Let's see how they can start this second half. Slow approach here to the pistol. And quietness follows. Northeption will find the space back towards mid. Actually, nobody from FBI. I mean, they're very deep hold towards A Heaven here, but Xiao's going to find first contact on short at least. So the follow-up utility is going to reveal everything.
Yeah, the rotation should be. I mean, they're already in. That's the thing. But Meaty's already in the site. He's got two. Derry Alley with a quick frenzy as well by the tree. Going to at least be able to keep that spiked hand. Hopefully, just side for Xiao. That thing's just a mini rifle, let's be honest.
30 seconds left.
And Artis the 1v2.
Get behind this turret.
The Lanimal could do some work here. Gets a chance at one. The shot's not finding. And chance is starting to dwindle. Meter now makes his way back around. Northeption give themselves a little bit of hope.
start they need here. Get the pistol round on the board. See if FPX can get anything together here, do some damage in the second. A great clearance, but everybody in position to really stop this push through short as well. You see straight away, actually, even the fragment coming across from Zipan behind the knife. But Meteor somehow slips the net. I think they assume that just nobody's going to make their way through a lobby like that. A brazen push from Meteor. Very nice indeed.
I do like the way they're trying to keep spirits up. Genuinely.
Oh, it's key here. I mean,
It
this
really
is elimination.
is. Like, as much as you can look at this as a victory for FPX, of course, and you get to potentially now see them at full strength, unlocking Sugetsu. This also does mean that there is a loser in this battle, which, if the scoreline maintains true to this, it would be Northeption, but there is a chance. It's certainly not the unthinkable. Very much possible. Need a little bit more of that spark to come online here.
Got to keep this clean as well. Definitely will require the advantage of pushing on the economy. See if they force their way through here. I mean, the alarm bot invested pretty close. Lots of field. Actually, Xiao gets a ton of damage through the wall there.
Wow.
Meteor elsewhere will find Angel.
His just lingering, that lurk over towards LA side is critical to this. And they've got a fire underneath them now. They are getting a wiggle on. Straight to sight. First player spotted. Zipan gonna note him. Doesn't really matter much at this point.
One enemy remaining.
Frenzy's on deck, and Xiao the last one. Spike already planted.
I think Deriali should hear these steps, but nobody reacting just yet, actually. Might be able to slip through here and at least find the 1v1 with Meteor. He's posted up, looks like, with the Headhunter. They will find it. The fourth on the round.
Beautiful.
Brilliant progress early on. The Tour de Force actually available here for the bonus round for Northeption. Bulldog, a couple of Spectres here, just to offset it slightly. So a decent shot at this. They have to string together the first few, and it's got to be clean.
He can get this back in touch and distance. It's game on. Rifles out now, though, for FPX. Light armors. Got to do damage. You're almost hoping for the round win if you want a close game. Really has to be in the extremes here. This 10 rounds does become such an issue to handle.
Not an awful lot of early progress here for FPX in terms of the ults. With it being clean thus far for Northeption. Deriali going to try and get that lockdown available for the next at least, regardless of outcome. Artist with a deep position here. The TP back inside Pizza allows him to play here. And Spike not committed anywhere. Northeption just looking to probe a little bit. Not finding it. Oh, this might just catch what he does. Yeah, Blackwiz has been jump spotting that for the last 30 seconds.
Wow.
Meteor will find a follow through.
But there's so much presence towards Tree still. Yeah,
actually,
okay.
the one-way goes up too late as well, so Meteor's actually ahead of the curve.
This could work out. And Ardis drifts in, though!
He's wise to it.
Smart work from Ardis. No problem starting to present. They're down to the Spectres, the Bulldogs. What can they do with this? That's not bad, finding Ardis and opening up an avenue forward. One towards CT, one towards site. Spike gets lost, Xiao does enough to convert it, but the damage was already done! The turn! It's everything! And a chance made! And a player spotted. Jojo can still do this. He's got to play this right. He has to play this right, but it's Angel on the other side. The man is a myth and a legend. But he gets a TP off. What is that?
You got to be kidding me. Jojo comes through with a Red Bull clutch, but Angel gifted it to him.
A fumble. A real fumble. And I don't expect that from Angel.
Angel's turned TikTok.
Apparently so.
TP back into main to defend the Spike here. Again, the timing just a little off here from side. And Jojo reads the situation perfectly. It brings it within 3. FPX rocked back down to pennies. Ardis will throw a rifle in the mix here. One away from the Tour de Force for the next. FPX gonna pull their socks up here, sharpen it up a little bit.
You should run.
The lockdown will be invested here. Clear out B site. Looking like a couple of these FPX members will even entertain the idea of staying behind it, but Xiao's utility will slow things down a little bit on the way in.
Xiao found comfortably, and Cider quickly to follow. This is all going exactly as Northeption would have wanted. Five still alive. And that danger rifle still in the mix with Artis. Gets one, and that's all he's going to get. Meteor's starting to heat up here as well. Farming it out a bit.
And these are clean rounds. I mean, other than Jojo coming down to that clutch, I mean, that's in the round where you can almost give away an extra couple of purchases.
Right,
FPX will call the timeout. Yeah, absolutely. Do not want this to spiral out of control. This buy round is pivotal in terms of maintaining this lead for FPX. Again, great recovery from the previous in the first half. Immediately, you can see a stark contrast coming out of that timeout. But what's the approach here? Northeption have almost done the hard work already.
I'm impressed. I'm actually kind of blown away by Northeption. They've come out and just absolutely let loose and put FPX into a position where they've looked sloppy, which is something you don't really say often. Not a word synonymous with them, you know, sloppy or over-peaking and making these weird errors.
That structure just hasn't been there for FPX in these first few rounds, which is always the expectations, the thing that they are famed for. Northeption, like I say, there's not an awful lot of flair or anything special to it. They're just picking it apart right now.
Yes,
brute force and ignorance almost.
Yep. And of course, yes, they are working with Cider rather than Sugetsu. Yeah, don't worry, we're aware. But even with that kept in mind, just even the individuals, how they're looking in certain aspects, more curious to that. However, FPX last time, normally quite good at identifying what they need to do. Now they need to come back in. Not allow this to be marred by Northeption turning around the next couple of rounds, because right now Northeption are looking hot to trot. 4 back-to-back. There could be more.
See where the approach for Northeption is as well, whether or not they continue with this momentum. Artis having the tour de force available. Possibility to slow things down in terms of the defensive setup, at least for FPX. A couple of people playing in tandem with him, or at least Xiao going exploring towards bottom mid.
Ooh, the pre-fire. This is dangerous. Black, we still got Xiao. Trades for Zipan though, that's massive! And a 3-for-2 trade in the end, giving advantage over towards FPX, trying to hit that mid-crunch. Artis still watching for the push on the extremity, correctly read. The spike left.
Excuse me?
Hello?
I mean, Artis was 1 HP, but where the hell has that nano swarm just come from?
Dario's read this. I don't know if he just got the audio cues on Cider there. This is messy work. Again, bit bizarre at the end of it, but what on earth?
Happy to swing back on that as well. I mean, very evident what the discussion in that timeout was, which was, guys, we're not taking this line down. Very proactive, even ahead of contact coming through. The paranoia and the flash from Zipan. Even Xiao's punished there. I'm not sure what exactly was caught on the back of that utility, but Northeption find the first. Okay.
So that gets sent over then. It's just...
It literally just lands. I mean, it's there for a long time, yeah. I thought maybe it just landed and he popped it immediately. I just didn't have time to react, but...
Okay. Well, they've given themselves a window, Northeption here. 7-10. But FPX, as said, not taking this landing down. They are now picking up the fight. They're getting a little in the mix themselves. But the balance of composure is everything for these guys. And looking at this, I'm just kind of curious what their options are going to be. I mean, again, Northeption have been presenting a different look there, right? It's like, okay, well, they've gone for a little bit of a pacier piece. We need to kind of temper that. Where do we go after it?
Meteor's been good for these lurks, though, and the timing has been crucial.
Double stack's nasty, Mike.
It's disgusting. Up behind Dice. And nothing noted on the back of this, so expect a rotation towards at least mid or market here from FPX, but Xiao actually coming back behind this wall.
Huh. I'm interested as to why.
I mean, Northeption are actually creeping. They want to try and find timing on the wall here, and they've got 3 staring down the other side of it.
I'm not sure what the tell is, but you know, FPX aren't wrong in this read.
30 seconds left.
3 players there. Cider's seen it all. And now the pressure's on. The reveal comes in, but Deriali's still going to find Cider. And now the pressure starts to mount, and they break under it. FPX lose out in 2 occasions. Mid now open in the paranoia building. And Artis hears it all. He's got 2. He sees 1. He takes 1. He spots out the barrel. Xiao's found another. Oh, Artis holds him at the door. 8 seconds now. Xiao desperate to try and deny. Deriali on the run. Wants that spike down and wants it down now. Ult comes in. And this is all still possible. A 2v2. Look at the HP. Deriali getting himself back up a little bit better than before.
They have to find Jojo. They have to.
Bring them down.
And they locate him in time. Check towards market, sees nothing.
They should know now that it's main. Yeah.
Surely, there it is. There, shown. But still has to clear it. Certainly not easy.
1 enemy remaining.
Okay, Xiao makes it look real easy, real simple. Deriali is putting in work. It's the 1v1. Everything for the deception, and that is exactly what they needed.
Beautiful red ball clutch there from Deriali. And FPX almost caught off guard here. The reveal is perfect on Tree as well. Unable to capitalize off that. You almost think the round's all but done if FPX find those kills on short. And beautiful peek on the first. Deriali just happy to try and catch Zipan off guard.
Lovely.
And the time ticking away here. Zipan's under so much pressure to get something done. It's 2 rounds, Lauren.
And this is the thing, right? Because now we're at LAN, you get the beauty of being able to see the opponent in front of you. The team who's probably quite quiet now, FPX, right? After being in good spirits, being a little sullen now. After how this has started to really shake down and Northeption coming alive. So I feel like the game lockdown goes in. Should facilitate a comfortable cross towards the side.
Spam comes through. Actually, Xiao able to sit in backside. He's got the 1. Angel actually with a backstab onto Blackwiz, setting up some of this utility. An advantageous position here, at least 4v3 in terms of the head count here. What can FPX do with it though?
It's not over yet. Artis and Angel, how is this happening? This was meant to be the round that you really close the gap, and it's falling to pieces. Jojo can't get away from it. And now just the rifle by his side, and 3 to try and deny. The pressure starts to mount, and he just can't deal with it. FPX, it's not over yet.
A couple of these rounds now looking like that tilted FPX you sometimes see when they give away some of these rounds. They don't expect to lose. Flipping this Thrifty back in their favor. Find their 11th. Have to see now if there's anything behind this purchase for Northeption. This could be the do or die round for them.
Nice.
So yeah, Blackwiz just in the back lines trying to set this up, put it in motion for the rest of his teammates. Beautiful conversion there. We Northeption to call the timeout here, and like I said, they have a lot to consider in this round. This is the map and the series. You're 1 off the Tour de Force. I was about to say that there are a couple of conversion factors here. Zenfree actually with the null command, in particular one that you have to keep an eye out for.
Could be something they implement. Very much do with it right now.
It's a good position to be in, honestly. I mean, the Cosmic Divide as well.
They got options.
Some of these kind of slow work kind of whittle away at the defense of FPX. Some of these rounds have worked for Northeption. I mean, early on, they found a lot of success doing that. See what the approach, if there is any difference now from FPX. You know, a little bit of a buffer. I mean, 3 players over thereabouts at 3K. Artis with the operator in hand. Whether or not he's going to go digging for an early pick here. There's a similar thing we talked about on Fracture, right? When Northeption are able to set up for some of these choreographed hits, they have looked great.
They have looked very good.
And actually catching FPX off guard, which is something that, in terms of that list of protocols, the utility cooldown that FPX rely on so heavily, that's actually a tall order.
Yeah, it's a very short list of teams who are able to put FPX into that kind of uncomfortable position. And Northeption are absolutely one of them. They've really taken this game and done what they can, and now the pace, you're right. The speed about it, there's the divide, but they still have to deal with the players over towards main. It's actually worked out quite nicely with two of them here. Artis does have the operator rather than the tour de force, so he can still do the damage with this. And there's problems now. Northeption are falling like flies. No, it's looking disastrous for them. They tried it all, and it all fell to pieces. FPX making it to 12.
What a great adjustment as well, just to mitigate that null command as much as possible. And they pop it late, just to disable that trapping pizza, get themselves through, but FPX has digged their heels in, maintaining B. Oh, he didn't really come under pressure. It felt like the HP maybe not reflecting that as much, but barely broke a sweat with that hold.
I mean, the problem is, by hook or by crook, I don't know if particularly, FPX meant that, but, what a remedy to that pressure up mid and all of that burst potential is to be sat in towards B main, having all that control, instead of that unorthodox crossfire and just love it. And now, it all comes down to this. A shaky buy, and FPX 1 round away from activating their full roster. See the brothers in arms truly come together here. And this is tough now for Northeption. The buy is far from good.
See if Meteor is able to really work a pick here. He's outside B main right now, pretty passive in position. Needs to be the one to try and open this round up. Actually might get caught off guard, and he does. Jojo going to punish that. It's a big scalp to claim as well. Sider does have the res, but he's got his hands full right now defending this wall on short as Northeption stack up outside A main.
I think
Dave's just spotwire definitely on the repeat. Jojo noted, but I don't think that knife caught anything in main.
30 seconds left.
They're on the site. Meteor's found Zipan. They're trying everything they can in this. Site's there. Spike should be going down now.
The fact they're not going for the res means that they almost might concede this. Side has got to be careful. Meteor shows his hand a little early.
Tough shot to hit though. Side are going to punish that as well. 4v3. This shouldn't be around for FPX. But I'm getting a little worried.
Yeah.
They're getting close enough to cause problems, but time, it really should be the final boss that they can't beat. But Angel's taking away Black Wiz. A tap on the spike to try and draw them out. There's the ults coming online. They're still doing damage to them. Shao gonna drop on in. They hold on for another. Northeption are not out of this game yet.
Out of charges.
Draw out the ultimate at least, so
yep.
I guess in turn they do get the lockdown. 3 left to find. FPX now. Tour de force available. They should ride this out in order to get the operator back online, but like I said there, it's just, I feel like it's a little bit of hesitation there. It's almost limp-wristed to go back into that without committing to the res, re-clearing through. I mean, that list of protocols is usually so quick for FPX. And it felt hesitant there, especially with Zipan, a slight overpeak here. Meteor does punish that. It's unfortunate, however you spin that.
Oh, a bit bizarre that round. There's a reason they're Cinderella stories. When we see something like Zeta's storyline come through, and a lot of us had hoped to see that maybe Northeption could do something similar. A romantic idea, but may not be actuality. Going to be defined in the next couple of rounds, though.
This is a little different here with FPX investing this wall so late. This time around, Northeption actually happy to be there to remove some of the control that they pretty much get for free behind it. Ardis tucked up here with a tour de force, given the first and the second he stays for it. Jojo falls. He's found another one. Ardis just swinging through. Zemfree, the third to fall here. Finally, Blackwiz responds, 2 kills. But it's just Meteor left.
It's the last chance to dance for Meteor. An exceptional player for this side, but the situation may be beyond him. 30 seconds
left.
And just a dream at this point. The res coming in, insult to injury, salt in the wound, starting to sting. And Meteor has a challenge. He has the fight, he has the first. But there's still 3 more. He knows where another is. Shao now identified 14 seconds. So much to do and so little time. Oh, the utility comes in, and another! He's doing everything
Surely
he can.
not.
He is fighting with everything he's got, but it still may not be enough as the inevitable happens. Angel appears, and FPX have done enough to stay alive and now unlock their full roster.
And a breath, a sigh of relief almost here for FPX. They get through because Northeption made them sweat.
They did.
Definitely did. I mean, we were harping on it. Actually, Northeption, a massive over-delivery here in